It has become very important that we take a break before continuing to data type 3 to solve a question on data type 2, because you have done the measures of central tendency on data type median mode and median mode and what mean for data type 2. We've done the series of videos on that. So now let's pause and solve a question on using the data type 2 format and just practice and reinforce the concept before we move on to the data type 3. Let's get into it, and this is the example that we are going to take. And with this example, we actually took it from the Akiola Akiola textbook. It's an example from the Akiola textbook, and we need to actually um analyze it. So yeah, it's in the textbook. I just put it in the table nicely so that all of us can see it together, but you can easily find it. But let's take our time to find. So for this particular question, we are going to find the mean, the mode, and the median. The mean, mode, and median. And we all agree that this is data type 2. Again, at this stage, if you are following us at this stage, you know why this is data type 2. If you haven't, please go back and revisit that concept for us. Yeah, so data type 2, right? So we are going to find what we need. We are going to find the mean, we are going to find the mode, and then we are going to need the median. I will just start with the mode, right? I will start with the mode because that's the easiest one. What's the mode? What did we say the mode is? The mode is the item. So in this case, let's first allocate which ones are the items. We have the ages here and the number of students. Now let's understand the table. So ages, right? Ages, yeah, you have 17 years, 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, 21 years. The number of students associated with 17 years are 3. The number of students associated with 18 years are 10, like that. So it means that the number of students is actually the frequency or the count for each age category. So for 17 years, there are 3 students. For 18 years, there are 10 students. It means that they have counted the number of students that are 17 years. So this is our F. So our F is in this category. So our F, or the frequency, is this side. And why this is our items, let's say X, right? Yeah, so the items are 17 and they are numerical numbers, right? Numerical values. So we have explored that many times. So it's a good. So you need to identify your items, and then so it's now it's a data type 2 because it's in the format of item against count. So let's try to find the mode first because that's the easiest one. What do we say the mode is? Visit that video and see. It's just the item with the greatest count. So the counts are the frequency. The item with the highest frequency. So if you look at this frequency table, the greatest number is 10. And 10 is the greatest number. If you see 10, 10 is associated with what? 18. Therefore, my let me put it here. The mode for here the data set. So the mode is the item, not the frequency. So the mode is 18 years. Add the units, please. In this case, there are units. There's units, so 18 years, right? That's the mode. So we have the mode. Our first answer solved. I've gotten the mode. Now I also easily go to the median first. I also go to the median first before I go to the mean. I also go to the median first before I go to what's the median concerned with? The median is concerned with um the median is concerned with the median value of the data set, which we did in the previous video. So now what's the median value? What's the median value? What's the median value? So to find the median value, right, what did we say? So we put all the items together, we divide them by 2. So you need to find the total sum of all the items. The total sum is there, the sigma F. We've explored this many times. The sum of all the items. So here is going to be 3 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 items. So here. So now this is 13. So let's just use our calculator, right? Let's use our calculator. Okay. So I think I can just use my phone for now. So yes, you have 3 plus 10. That's our 18. That's 13, right? 13 plus 8. That's 21. 21 plus 5. That's 26. 26 plus 2, that's 28. So total number of items is 28. You can confirm that, right? So 3 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2. Yeah, that's 28. Total number of items that we have now is 28. But to find the median, right, what we have now is that the sum of all frequency, or the total number of items, is what? An even number. Because it is an even number, we are going to find in the middle there are going to be two values, as we said. So it means that when we move, right, when we get to the particular item that we find, we have to add that item to the following item, right? So now let's see, because it's an even number, we need to do an average of the two items that we find in the middle. Watch the previous video to understand. Now, okay, so what's the middle value? We need to use the total number of items. So we need to divide it into two. So if we divide this into two, what do I have? So it's going to be 28 over 2. I'm having 14. So 14 items. So we are using that 14 to enter this table. We are going to start from the beginning, right? So the first one, let me use a black pen here in this case for you to easily see in the table. Now we have, so 14, right? So in the first, say 14 minus 3. 14 minus 3, what will be left? It will be left with 11, right? So 11 here. So 11 will come here. When 11 reaches here, 11 minus 10, you left with what? 1. So 1 will come here. Now you see that all the 1 cannot go into what happened is that our journey will stop here. Our journey will stop here, right? So our journey will stop here. That will be 1. So what do I have now? So for that particular journey that has ended, the first journey has ended, the item that is we found is the item 19. So you have the first item to be 19. Let me get white. So first item. So first item is equal to 19. Now you have to find the second item or the next item. Second item. That's what you say, the second item. The next item after that. So for the next item, right? How do you do that? So what we'll do is that we said you add 1 to, so this is where we stopped originally, right? But then instead of just using this one, we are going to add additional 1 because we move to the next step. So we are going to do some plus 1 to this number, to this one. So we have 2. So 2 minus 8, right? So 2 minus 8, still we are going to stay in this table because 2 is not more than the 8 that we are subtracting from. You see that each case you do 40 minus 3 to get something, then you get 11. 11 minus 10, you get 1. That one help us to look, okay, so now with the 1, we have entered this table, right? We have entered this level. And with that level, you see that the 1 minus 8 is not like 1 is less. So meaning that our value, what we are carrying from the top to the down, will tend to 0 at this in this particular session. So the item that is associated with that frequency is 19. Now, because it's an even number, right, we started with as a total sum of frequency. What we said is that you need to actually add an extra one. So we're having 1, so we add 1 again, that is 2. Now again 2 minus 8 is still going to make us stop at the same level because nothing is going to be left for the next stage. So we are going to still be there. So what happened is that 2 minus 1 will still be 8. So then the second item will still be 19 again. So we'll still be referring to the same 19. Let me use my white. So we have 19. So at the end of the day, the average of the two, right? The average of the two, or the average of the two will be 19 plus 19 all over 2, which is 19. Therefore, the median is 19 years. We are adding the unit because the unit is associated with that. So yeah, so let me write the answer here so that I can use that space to calculate the mean. So median is equal to 19 years. So you solve that particular question. Because it's an even number, remember that you can watch the previous video to uh, find try to find a median so that you can actually be on the same page like us. So now we will go to the mean now, the main guy, right? So we know that the mean for real type 2 is what, sigma fs over sigma f. We said that we understood why it is so. So if you missed that, kindly visit that. So we know that mean, let me put a session here. So mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f, right? So now I need to find my sigma fs. So I'll go and create another session here. Let me call it Let me show this another session. So this one, let me call it fx. Fx is just the product of this frequency and the x item. So 3 times 17, you have 3 times 17, have 51. You can confirm alongside with me. 10, the item is, let me clean this so you don't be confused. We had those things were done with the previous video, right? Previous calculation. So 51. Now 10 times 18, that's 180. That's straight, right? 8 times 19, so I have 8. 8 times 90, so 90 times 8. I have 152. 152. Over here, 20 times 5, that's 100. And then the next one, so 42. What we are doing is that we are doing 2 times 21, 5 times 20, like that. That's how to find the median, the mean, sorry. Now you need to find the sigma fx. So sigma fx, right? So sigma means the summation of everything. So you're going to be 51 plus 180 plus 152 plus 100 plus 42. So what do I have at the end of the day? So let me have 51 plus 180 plus 152 plus 100 plus 42. So you have 525. So we come back to the mean. Mean is equal to sigma fs, which is 525, divided by sigma f is what? Sigma f is 28. 28. So our mean will be equal to 525 divided by 28. So I have 18.75 years. This is the mean. Or if you want to stop at one decimal place, which I don't recommend, two decimal places is fine. It's fine. But someone say, oh, let me stop at 8 years. But I don't recommend this. I said that in the when we were doing the mean for type 2 video. So we don't recommend this, right? But this guy is suitable. 18.75, two decimal places, okay. That's the normal one you need to be leaving your answers to. But at the end of the day, for this data set, the mean is 18.75 years, the mode is 18 years, and then the median is 19 years. Median is just the middle value, right? Mode is the item with the greatest count, and then mean is the average of all the data sets. Yeah, this is the end of solving this particular question. I encourage you to solve more questions, and then bring out your challenges so that we can help you out in the comment section. See you and in the next video as we begin to understand the logic behind data type 3.